All right, let me just give you a quick rundown of Elon Musk, and then I want to know, because I was texting you this. I'm like, who's better? I don't know. Elon Musk or Steve Jobs? So Elon Musk. So Steve. All right, we'll go Steve Jobs first. Steve Jobs created Apple and Pixar. Okay.
Well, he didn't create
Steve Jobs,
Pixar, but
he was running Pixar.
Sure.
He's running two organizations. So Apple mandate is, let's make everything simple, give tech to everyone.
Mhm.
Okay, and
make tech easy. I don't think it was necessarily everyone, but make tech easy.
Let's make tech easy, and then you have Pixar, which is like, let's make everyone happy, essentially, right? So now let's go to Elon Musk. You have Tesla, so you're trying to make EVs. Tesla is going to make Optimus Prime, which is human robots. You have AI through OpenAI, and now you're creating a new thing, like the Twitter one. What's it called? X.ai, something like that.
Yeah, X.ai. Yeah.
X.ai. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
And then you have solar panels. Then you have
solar
SpaceX,
roof. Yeah.
Solar roof. So you're trying to like build sustainable homes, because heating is one of the reasons why we burn a lot of energy. Then you have a lot of fossil fuel. Then you have SpaceX trying to off-world us because you don't want the species to be killed off on this one planet. Then you have satellites, because you believe that the internet should be ubiquitous, and you want to give it to people in rural areas so that they can still educate themselves and connect with the rest of the world.
Sure.
Am I missing anything?
Did you say Neuralink?
He made PayPal. Oh, Neuralink, thank you. Wait, he also made PayPal a safer way, but that's in the past. Neuralink, you're trying to give people with like broken bodies the ability to like see, walk again, connect with each other telepathically, all that stuff. I just named a lot. Okay, if I'm missing one, let me know. But I just named a lot.
Yeah.
Who's better?
I would say if one was the foundation that gave
I knew you were gonna
to the rest of it.
That's where I'm going
to give growth to the rest of it. Right? Like if I drive a Tesla, where did this idea of simplicity and the software to work together, this all came from Apple. Right? The idea of it was coming from Apple. Right? Sure, he built it, but who did that first?
Yeah, that's true.
Who put software and hardware together? Right? That's basically what Tesla is.
Okay.
That's where a lot of them is.
Because I read both books by Walter Isaacson, like Steve Jobs and the Elon Musk one, and then I put them on top of my bookshelf, and I was like, how am I gonna like lay this out? And I was like, I'm gonna put Steve Jobs' book on the bottom, because he's the foundation, and then I put Elon Musk on top. So we didn't even have this conversation yet. And we both thought the exact same way. I agree with you. I feel like
I think
doing some great things.
He's doing, he is. But I think that's the foundations that was left behind because Apple, for a long time, there was no such thing as home computers.
Right? Yeah.
Right? That was an idea that had to get into people's minds. There was no such thing as there were smartphones, but not this kind of smartphone. There was no this kind of iPad. I remember there was netbooks.
That's true.
Right.
And if you think of it that way too, actually, how many people own an Elon Musk product and how many people own an Apple product, a Steve Jobs product?
Right.
More people would own, because it's so like a laptop and a phone.
Yeah.
And a subscription to like.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, you can look at the market share. That kind of tells you a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Because he is brilliant, but I was debating this too. As I was reading the book, I'm like, this is the craziest person I've ever read about. But I'm like, I don't know why I want to stick to Steve Jobs on this one. He is better. Like not better. Like
I don't want to say better.
obviously
He's a different. That's what I'm saying. There are different people that influence the world, but I feel like there's a bigger influence from Apple right now. I mean, these things could change
fair,
eventually,
yeah, totally.
but it's still
But you know
Apple.
what too though? Yeah, totally. You know what too? It's like why is it Socratic gamers and not Plato great gamers?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Socrates taught Plato, so it's like we did naturally gravitate towards the foundation.
Hmm.
Like without these foundational people, because you don't know who taught Socrates, right? Because he's like a mystery or something.
Yeah, there's no like direct thing like that. I don't think because there were like there's things called pre-Socrates, but there were like a bunch of different people. But
Right,
they don't have a
exactly.
name.
Yeah, yeah.
It's called pre-Socratic. So
Right, right. It's like the Buddha. Like
yeah.
there were Buddhas before Siddhartha,
Hmm.
but when we say Buddha, you think of Siddhartha.
Right.
There were actually Buddhas before Siddhartha,
Hmm.
but we don't acknowledge them.
Right.
Right. So it's like Steve Jobs. It's like and Socrates. It's like we acknowledge all the people that came before, but this one person was the biggest diverging component. Because like who was before Steve? Who taught Steve? Nobody. He was like a vagabond.
Hmm. Just yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, I don't think there was anything like home computers, right? Like that's the whole idea. Apple One.
Yeah, I'm remembering this from the book. Actually, it's a long time ago since I've read it. But he worked at Atari, I think, at first.
He did, yes,
He like yeah. So, but you can't even say like yeah, Atari,
but Atari
and
was
then
not the
him,
same as a home computer. Atari was just a
right?
game console. That's
It's like pre-Socratic and the Buddhas that came before Siddhartha. It's like yeah, there's a bunch of things that led up to this one person, but we credit it all to this one person.
right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
there were
maybe it's like that.
technologies, but he brought them together. There wasn't anything
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. So it'll be that's why it's like yeah, Steve Jobs versus Elon.
Hmm.
It's like gotta give it to Steve. Elon's great though, like
Yeah, yeah,
phenomenal.
of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt about that. But the thing is like, where did that start from? Right. That's kind of the
Yeah,
idea.
totally, totally. Um, one thing I want to say about the Elon Musk book, um, actually, dude, I think I need to move to like audiobooks. I'm having no time to read. Like, I have the Alien book I want to read.
Oh,
This is a book about like them being in the
oh, I
future.
just
But
want to add
the
one more
Elon
thing
Musk,
to
yeah,
that thing. I have a Tesla, right? But
yeah, yeah.
what is my key is the iPhone.
iPhone. Yeah, see, the foundational component is Apple, right? And but your iPhone does way more than just keys.
Hmm.
It's like also your cell phone, also you can YouTube on it,
Pay my
get music,
bills, use
right?
all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. Imagine if
like
Elon Musk
you can
Neuralink,
use the car without it, but there's more functionality with an iPhone.
yeah, with the phone. Totally, totally, totally. Imagine if Elon Musk's Neuralink merges with Apple somehow. That'd be the craziest interface. Like Elon Musk, like, hey, we'll get you in the brain, but you guys gotta come up with the software.
Hmm.
Because like if you can put everything that's in a phone in your brain, that'd be wild. Because the phone is like, remember when the iPhone first came out? He's like, um, I still remember this one. It's so good. He's like, a phone, music player,
Yeah,
um,
internet communicator.
camera.
Internet communicator.
Yeah, and
Those are the
he's
three things. There was no camera like really focused on back in
oh,
those
no, not
days.
yet.
No, no, no.
Okay, okay. And
It
he
was
just
just
kept.
yeah.
What were the things he kept repeating? Do you remember it?
Phone, music, and internet communicator. Phone, music, internet communicator. Are you getting it?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
are you getting it? Are you getting it? Yeah. We're calling it the iPhone. And you're just like, what? You could put all this together? Like when I watch old videos of like cell phones, I'm like, bro, you don't even know. Like iPhone's where it's at, you know?